Hi, my name is Rose Ann Forte, and I am the author of a daily devotional called The Plans He Has for Me. This devotional helps people put alcohol to the side for 12 consecutive weeks. I'm also a coach and an entrepreneur, and I want to share with you the 5 things I wish somebody had told me before I became an entrepreneur. Thing number 1. Everyone is always at least 10% right. Oh boy, do I wish I had known this one a long time ago. We have all been the party to hearing people say something that we think is pretty ridiculous, right? And the key is to look for some part of that is right. Because when we can acknowledge people and say, yes, boy, what I heard you say, and that is, and then we can share our side of the story, there's a big listening for that. People want to feel like they're understood before they start listening to you. I can think of an example maybe in business where somebody comes up with some crazy idea, like let's give a toaster to every customer we have. That'll fix the problem. And maybe what we can find in that is, I really hear your desire to make the customer happy, and I applaud that. Let's look for some more ideas that maybe aren't so expensive, so now you get the picture. Thing number 2, morning routines. My research has shown that the most successful people in the world all have morning routines. Each of our morning routines can vary depending on what our priorities are. Mine are mind and health related. And so I'll wake up, I make my bed because evidence shows that, kind of a clean, organized room leads to a clean, organized mind. And no, I didn't used to make my bed because I used to drink a lot, but I do make my bed on a regular basis. I pray. I have moments of gratitude. I exercise. I take vitamins. We can all have different morning routines, but morning routines are definitely a key to success for the rest of the day. Thing number 3, lean into discomfort. Oh boy, I wish I had known this one too. Whenever we're in habit mode, like we're used to doing something and we want to change the way we do something, it's hard. It's hard and it feels uncomfortable because we're not used to it. But what I have learned is when we lean into the discomfort, we can be happy about knowing that we're training ourselves to change. It's like going to the gym, right? At first, lifting those weights is not fun. Being on the treadmill, not fun. But once we just start seeing the change in our body composition and how we feel, we want to do it more. So lean into discomfort. Thing number 4, I call GETMO, GETMO. And I stole this idea from someone called Craig Groeschel, who is a leadership coach. Anyway, good enough to move on. Boy, being a perfectionist can really take away a lot of hours in our day and a lot of peace in our souls. And so sometimes we need to realize that perfection isn't the name of the game, that most of our energy can be focused on getting to 80 or 90% there. And then we could maybe double, triple, quadruple the time we spend on it to get it perfect. And it's just not worth our time. So good enough to move on. Practice it because it is absolutely worth it. None of us were born, with that perfect gene. And sometimes having the humility to just understand it's good enough to move on. Thing number 5, put on your own oxygen mask first before assisting others. So many of us run around trying to solve all the problems of the world, and we lose focus on what's important to us. And what we don't realize is when we fill ourselves up with what is needed for us first, we have much more to give other people. Running on empty really isn't as effective as running on our tanks on full. So make sure you put your oxygen mask on first by taking care of your own needs, and then you will have plenty more to give others. So that concludes the 5 things I wish somebody would have told me before I became an entrepreneur. I hope that helped.